love my shoes as well. I ordered them all the way from China, along with the tie and the pocket square. Some 5-year-old did a heck of a job making these shoes over there in China. Listen, I want to welcome you all tonight to this fabulous event, the annual 2018 Speedbowl Awards Banquet. I'm only here for the food. I'm not getting a trophy, so that's for some of you guys and girls out there, so make sure you beat me to the food line. I'm going to eat a lot of it. We have a lot of things going on this season for 2019 upcoming. As many of you may know, there is nowhere to sit right now at the Speedbowl. There's actually more seats here than what we have. We've torn the grandstands down. It's completely leveled. We have brand new grandstands courtesy of a company called NEFS. I have no idea what that stands for, but they build grandstands and they're good at it. So you'll have brand new places to sit for you spectators that like to hang out in the general admission section. I don't know about concession stands or any of that right now. Not worried about it. We'll have it all done. So that's where we're at as far as the facility goes. We are working towards a point fund for every driver in this room and anybody that comes next year. I don't have the logistics of the point fund, but we're working on it, so you guys will have some money come next season. I know you've heard it every year, but you never heard it from me. And if I say it, I'm making it happen. So we'll be in the works for that. I wanted to thank all our champions that are here tonight. You may notice on your tables that there's some color printed, looks like a newspaper. That's courtesy of Matt Buckler. Matt Buckler could not be here tonight. He's in the hospital. He won't be out until tomorrow. He had some type of medical issue. I did speak with him this morning. He is very missed here. Matt's my boy, as most of you know. So these are courtesy of Matt Buckler. The champions, you guys all take those home with you tonight. Hang them on your wall. Take the easel too. Me and Brad spent forever putting them together, so they're sturdy. Champions, Kyle James, right here. Best day modified champion. JP, Jonathan Julio. I'm pretty sure this year he'll be taller than Ed Julio, so I'm looking forward to that. He's our SK Light champion, and he was a rookie this year, and he did a great job. So hats off to him and his team. Late models. Late model champion, Anthony Flannery. Yeah, 25. Good looking dude. I don't know if you guys know, but he's pretty handsome. Couldn't tell from in the car, but he's a good guy. Congratulations on that effort over there. Sean Gadicki. You guys know Sean? You all know Sean? Yeah. Sean's a baller. Sean, you think my shoes look good? Watch that guy drive a race car. That's good looking right there. He's your sportsman champion. Where's Canfield at? Where's the Punisher? Mini stock champion. Second year in a row. Going for number 3. Is that the plan? Somebody else driving the car? Is that how you're gonna do it? Or? Alright, cool. Maybe Stoney's gonna drive the car. Stone Crow. Congratulations over there. Trunks, Dirty Love, Wayne Knoll. Right? This is right over there. The handsome man right there. Truck doesn't look so good, but man, he can wheel that thing. So great job this year, Dwayne. You're the man. Congratulations. Legend Cars, Peter Bennett. Where's Peter Bennett at? Pete. He won our Saturday Night Legends division and our Wednesday Night Legend division. He was a 2-time champion in one season, so he's a good dude. He did a great job this year. A new addition to the banquet this year, and I would like to give them a nice warm welcome, is the Pro 4 Modifieds. Can we give them a big round of applause, the whole division? Thank you. Dan Meserve is in charge of that division, and he does a great job with the Pro 4 Modifieds. They run 2 races in one. It's a limited and an unlimited. The unlimited champion was Randy Cabral. Is Randy here? There he is, right there. How you doing, Randy? Randy wins a lot of NEMA races too. He's got about 7 championships in that division, so he got his first one in the Pro 4. He's a good guy over there. Kind of hard to see, he's a little short, but he's over there. And last but certainly not least, this guy never lost. He showed up to the Speedbowl every single race and walked away with the big trophy every single time. That's PJ Peters. He's your limited Pro 4 champion. PJ, good guy. Also, I would like to bring one thing to everybody's attention. We had to redo our social media. So our new Facebook page from October is called The Speedbowl. It's a picture of an old sign, a picture of a nice ticket, okay? There's about 3,000 likes on it. Please use that page. To search it, you do @the action track. The reason I'm bringing this up is unfortunately there are people involved with the old Speedbowl page trying to direct traffic somewhere else. And I want all you in this room to know that we do have a new page, and please follow that page. Very important. Also, a few people that I want to point out. We have our infield crew coming back this year. Mike Simone and his guys, Chris Simone, there's a bunch of guys out there, but the Simones will be back as our infield crew. They've been there for years, they do a great job. So let's give them a round of applause. The record crew will be headed by Jim Bryce this year. Jim Bryce is our new record driver. He's been around a long time. He took a couple of years off. I think it was for plastic surgery, but I'm not sure. He's getting better looking as he gets older, but I don't know what he did. Yes, whoever said that, you're correct. I live by that motto. Eric Webster, who is not here tonight, he is our race director. He is joined by Chris Alston, who is our competition director, and also Julie Windsor, who's our head scorer and our handicapper. She does a great job. Those 3 people, those are who run the show. I know it's not a traditional show down there, but you have the best of all angles from those people. So they do the job very well. As you look around the room tonight, you may realize that there's one person who's not in attendance tonight, and that would be Keith Rocco. I wanted to bring up Keith Rocco tonight. He's actually at his house trying to build a car that's fast enough to catch up to Kyle James. One important thing before I finish out here. He's not here yet. He's on his way. That's Mr. Bruce Beamer. Is he here? Oh, he's here. Bruce is one of the most dedicated people to labor in general. He was on his way here. Valued customers his ran out of propane, so he jumped in the truck and delivered it so they could have heat and hot water, which is important. Without Bruce Beamer, none of this that you see here, including myself, would be possible. He's a big motorsports fan, believe it or not. He's got pretty lead foot. I see him drive the propane truck, so if you want propane fast, you call Bruce over at Beamer's and he'll floor it right over there to you and get the propane quick. It's a good deal. One other person I'd like to mention, he's a new face. He's my right-hand man. He's a very good friend of mine. His name is Rich Turcotte. Rich Turcotte, he'll be up here. He's going to come speak in a minute. This strapping little gentleman right here. He's our facility manager. He's also a co-manager with me at the Speedbowl. So if you have a problem and you can't find me, you talk to Rich. Rich is just like talking to me, and talking to him. Talking to me is like talking to him. So that's how we do it over there, and that's Rich. And that's pretty much the staff, the owner. One important message that I want to put forward here and just put out there. I was at a service a few months ago for a gentleman that I hold in high regard, a family that I hold in high regard. And I don't want to name them, but the people here will know who I'm talking about in the group. The message was simple, and I want to keep this message going for our season and our facility. It's a very simple message, but it's a very powerful message, and I'm going to end it on this. keep in your mind, be positive, and look forward. Those are the words of a very smart man who came to this country with nothing and left with everything. So keep that in mind, okay? Enjoy the night.
I also want to thank everybody who supported the Speedbowl this year. You guys have been awesome. Words just can't describe how I feel. It was a very hard last 4 weeks with all the things that happened, and to see all you drivers and teams and all the fans come back to the Speedbowl meant a lot. I have one person that I would really like to thank, and I'm sure I can speak for Mike also on this, is the one man that gave us a chance to manage the Speedbowl and try to make it a better place. And also this man has done everything he can for the Speedbowl, the fans, and the teams. Bruce Beamer, you are awesome. I love you, man. And we also have something for you, Bruce, so if you could please come up here so we can give you something. Thank you very much, Bruce, for everything that you have done for everybody at the Speedbowl, and you just keep going.
So right now, we'd like to have some employee recognition awards, and once again, I'll turn the microphone back to Mr. Mike Saluka.
Hi, it's me again. I would tell you this is the last time, but I gotta do some other stuff and later on in the show, so just bear with me. So we have an Employee of the Year award. This gentleman shows up day in and day out, does a great job for us at the track, doesn't ask for a lot in return. Unfortunately, he had a family member pass away, very near and dear to him, so he couldn't be here tonight to accept his award. But for those of you who know Big Jeremy Longton, he's behind the scenes a lot. Jeremy is our Employee of the Year for 2018. So, congratulations to Jeremy. He's not here, like I said. This is a new award this year. I felt the need to do this because this guy has been a part of the Speedbowl family for many years, competed for many years. He's also been on his roof a couple times, and he's one of our newest employees. This is the Promoter's Choice Award. This goes to a gentleman named Sean Caron. Sean Caron. Here's Sean. I saw him here. I know he's here. He left? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Are you getting slow in your old age? Okay. I would sing, but I'm not that good. This next award is another award we call the Above and Beyond Award. For those of you that are at the track weekly, you probably see this lady. She's all over the place. She's responsible for all this tonight. They ride around on a golf cart, they shoot t-shirts on a cannon. Her and her husband, Brad Vogelsong and Lisa Vogelsong, the Above and Beyond Award for Brad and Lisa. I could not do anything at the Speedbowl without these two. They're the best. Yeah, go that way. Brad and Lisa, everybody. They're great. It's fine. This final award right here is a very important award, and this gentleman here deserves more than this little piece of acrylic. I wish I could give him more. Every week he shows up to the track. He is dedicated beyond belief. He's been doing it for so many years. His son is an accomplished racer. He's also a competition director up in Stafford. But the guy I'm talking about, we know him as RF. We call him Sly. So Ron Fox. He hands you out your trophies and awards to Charlie. So Ron can come up. I'm going to give Ron this award right here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, Sly. These people didn't know they were getting awards, by the way. That's why it's taking a little minute. Ron joined us tonight, even though his wife had surgery yesterday, and she's recovering in the hospital up in Massachusetts, but he still came down to join us tonight. That's how dedicated this man is to us.
Good job, Ron.
Ron Fox, everybody. You guys been around a long time. All right, so we're gonna move along with this. I'm gonna stop talking now. You guys can all breathe. And, thank you. Your table eats last.
All right, we're going to begin to throw the green flag on dinner. Your servers will direct each table up. There will be no jumping of the start or you will be black flagged. If you jump the start twice, you get sent to the end of the longest line. So the servers will begin dinner. Mike Saluka is done for now, and let's enjoy the party. And 1 and 7 top 10s, the 51 of Anthony Bello. The Duchess, Julie Windsor, handing out the hardware to our drivers. Finishing in 4th with 242 points, it is Kyle Rogers. So now we'll move to our specialty awards before we go to our top 3. The 2018 Rookie of the Year Legends, the 51 of Anthony Bello. Our Pit Crew of the Year, the 27, Corey Caddick. The most improved driver, the incredible one, Scott Lincoln. Scott's fighting his way through the crowd like it's a Saturday night. And our Sportsman of the Year, Nikki Macarioli. And now it's time to meet our top 3. 2 top 5s, 7 top 10s, 255 points for the 27 of Corey Caddick. Finishing in 2nd, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s, the 86, Scott Lincoln. And now it's time to meet our champion. Although the season got off to a cloudy start, this driver rallied from opening day 4th place finish to be crowned the Legends Division champion. 6 wins on the season, and the 6th driver in Speedbowl history to win both the Wednesday and Saturday night crowns. Let's meet Peter Bennett. Peter wrapping up the hardware, he'll get a jacket from Lisa Vogelsong and John Holland of New England Race Fuels will provide him with a few prizes. Now, and now let's hear from our champion, Peter Bennett.
Double-fisted trophies. I didn't prepare a speech, so I have a simple message, and it's just thank you. Thank you to everybody at the Speedbowl, from the top down, everybody behind the scenes for giving us a place to race. I know everybody in this room is really appreciative to have a place to race. I love the Speedbowl. I know everybody else does, so thank you to everybody involved at the Speedbowl. Thank you to all my competitors for putting on a great show week in and week out. All my competitors proved every week, definitely shows. I think we put on a great show. We had a ton of really close finishes, some photo finishes. I guess it wasn't a good enough show to bring us back on Saturday night, unfortunately. But I'll be here on Wednesdays next year. And I'll just be able to travel around a little bit more on the weekends now. So thank you to my competitors, thank you to my crew out there, Ray, Pete, Dennis, thank you guys. You guys are the three-headed monster that keeps my racing operation going every week. Thank you to all my sponsors, Portofino's Restaurant, Kingsley Plumbing and Heating, Wings Town Line Service, Generous and Bob Used Cars, Wheeler Tom J. Para, Marge, Ava, Greg, my mother, everybody involved with this successful season. Definitely exceeded my expectations, that's for sure. So I look forward to next year. Look forward to being back on Wednesday nights and traveling around and hopefully see everybody at the track.
Our 2018 Legends Division champion, Peter Bennett. If I could now get our Speedbowl Truck Division, positions 4 through 10 to line up to my right, please. Finishing in 10. Up 3 top 5s, 135 points, Mike Olson. Finishing in 9th with 143 points, Cassandra Coates. Finishing in 8th with 167 points, Dylan Cabral. And accepting for Dylan will be Dylan Smith. Finishing in 7th, 3 top 10s, 5 top 5s, 169 points for Tom Metcalf. Finishing in 6th with 1 win, 2 top 10s and a top 5, the 88 of Brandon Reckless Abandon Clemens. Finishing in 5th, 5 top 5s, 179 points for the 23 of Brandon Lindahl. Finishing in 4th with 248 points, 4 top 10s and 8 top 5s, Lucas Leone. And now our 2018 Rookie of the Year, and we'll be bringing him back momentarily. Please welcome back to the stage, Lucas Leone. Our 2018 Most Improved Driver, Jeff Carnes. Our Sportsman of the Year, Todd Taylor. Our Pit Crew of the Year, and he should hand this over to his sister. It will be Dwayne Knoll. And actually coming up is his sister Beth Knoll, and from somebody who's back there, she really does do all the work. And now it is time to meet our top 3. A feature event win, 6 top 10s, 8 top 5s for the man who finished 3rd, 285 points for Todd Taylor. Top 5s for the man who came home 2nd with 290 points. It was Jeff Carnes. And now it's time to meet our champion. 6 wins on the season, 9 top 10s, and the Speedbowl Truck Division has known only one champion in its 3-year existence. And although I just kidded him about it, he wears many hats as the driver, crew chief, and sponsor. Let's welcome Dwayne Out of Control Knoll. after he gets his awards. A little quick. Lisa Vogelsong has some jackets from Levine Distributing, and Gary Byington of Snowco Race Fuels handing out some awards. You think Dwayne would know what to do up here? Get the picture done. And now it's time to hear from our champion, Dwayne Knoll.
As my predecessor, I didn't prepare a speech, and I never do. I'd like to thank everybody involved again, as everybody probably does. Again, we had another difficult season in the middle of the year, and being a businessman myself, I can definitely appreciate that everything that Bruce Beamer did to get that racetrack back in racing form in such a short period of time. I mean, I was amazed. I'm sure everybody else was too, delightfully pleased too. But my hat's off to Bruce Beamer for keeping this thing going. Thank you. I don't have to worry about thanking all my sponsors because there aren't any, so that's cool. Family, my mother and father are here tonight. God bless them. My sister, my spotter, and every other hat she wears, along with the ones I share with her. God bless. My son and my stepson are here. They do help from time to time when they can get to the racetrack. Joe Brockett, thanks for that last 10th of a second, man. And look out for the competition next year, because we got some things up our sleeve. Thanks again.
Okay, so I'm going to step in here for a minute. Dave Baraball, give him a break. I just like the attention. Not gonna lie to you. I actually wanted to do this one personally for the Pro 4s. I really enjoy the Pro 4s that come down to the racetrack, and they've made this their home track, like I said before. So, how am I doing this? Five through 2. Okay. We're just gonna call them up. I'm gonna wing this. 5th place in the Unlimited division, Pro 4 Unlimited, was the number 86 car of Mark Charette. Mark, you want to come up and get your reward here? Yeah, nice. All right, Mark's coming here. All right, Mark Charette, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 4th place in the Unlimited division. This guy wrecked more times off the track than he did on the track. He had a real bad luck stretch there, but hell of a guy, cool dude, Robert Chardy. All right, Robert Chardy, ladies and gentlemen. Third place in the unlimited division. This guy, I tell you what, I was amazed to see him return. He had one heck of a wreck over in turn 1. Man, this guy is a warrior right here, but glad to see him finish inside the top 5, picking up P3. Brett Meservey. All right, Brett Meservey, ladies and gentlemen. This next person, he finished P2 in the final point standings for the Unlimiteds and the Pro 4s. Was involved in what, probably one of the closest ever finishes in Speedbowl history. Absolutely thrilling race to the finish. Another staunch competitor, ran up at Stafford in an SK, runs the Pro 4s. Doug Meservey Jr. Let's see. All right, Doug Meservey Jr. All right, here is the guy who's taking home the hardware here. 2018, like I said before earlier, he runs the NEMA, and very successful NEMA driver. Very talented guy. I've been watching him for many years race. Awesome dude to talk to. Your 2018 Pro 4 Unlimited Champion, Randy Cabral. Tim Tebow, if you want to come up also. Okay, sorry. Nobody, it's not in the card. Gary Byington from Sunoco Race Fuels will present them with their gifts. And Lisa will give you your jackets. All right. Randy has some words you'd like to say?
All right, so I prepared a speech, but nobody before me did, so I just left it on the table. I really want to thank Waterford for having the Pro 4s there, you know, and the midgets. I don't have what I consider a home track because I'm a traveling guy, but I spent almost every single weekend at Waterford. So thank you to the whole entire staff, from the flaggers to the general management to the videographers. Just everybody was awesome. I really got to thank my sponsors. Country Bumpkin Furniture from Mendon, Mass, K&N Filters, Tim Tebow, who he believed in me when I wasn't believing in myself when we were struggling at the beginning of this season. And he gave me everything I needed, and it came out on top. I really have to thank these next two people who made it possible for us, and that's our beautiful wives. Elaine and Tina, thank you. We could not have been here without you guys. Sorry about this next upcoming season because we'll be just as busy.
Just to clarify, Tim Tebow will not sign autographs. He is not the quarterback. Different guy. Different spelling. The Pro 4s is a great division, as you know. They have two divisions in one. The Pro 4 Limited Division. Fifth place finisher on the season in car number 95 is Ben Ashford. Not here. Okay. Well, if anybody's Facebook Living this, tag Ben in it, let him know he finished 5th. Okay, great. I know this next guy's here though. P4, long-time competitor from what I can remember in the Pro 4 series. Great dude, fun to talk to, also guy, Dion Doyle. Dion Doyle, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing third in the limited division is a driver of car number 30, and he goes by the name of Greg Phillips. Pretty sure that's his government name, not an alias. Greg here? No, Greg. Whoever this gentleman is right here, I love you for the thumbs up, thumbs down. Thank you. It's great. Well, Greg finished third, so a big round of applause for Greg. Finishing second in the Pro 4 Limited Division, driver of car 4L, Steve Dumas. Steve is not here tonight either. Thank you to that gentleman over there. But Steve did finish second. He had a hell of a run, so a round of applause for Steve. Finally, and I'm done talking after this for the rest of the night, so you guys can rest easy. This kid comes from a great family. Thank you for a round of applause. Great family. I've had the opportunity to talk to these people every time they show up to the track. They've also come down to visit me and watch me do actual work, which means sitting behind the desk talking to them. Very talented young man. Real quiet, but a beast behind the wheel. I said earlier in the program, the kid showed up to the track and never lost, and he was impressive to watch all year long. He won every race, so there you go. Your 2018 Pro 4 Limited champ, Mr. PJ Peters. And could the car owner come up also? The guy that flips the bill there, Phil Peters. We'd like to have him up here. There you go, Phil. PJ has the second best shoes here. I'm not gonna lie, those are legit. Mr. Gary Byington will hand out the gas can, the hat, and the envelope here from Local Race Views. And PJ is going to give his championship speech after Lisa hands him his jacket. I'd like to point out too, the jackets, the purple ones are from Hoosier Tire East. They do a lot of the tires at the track. Rob Summers and the crew over there at Hoosier Tire East. And also the blue jackets are from Levine Distributors. That's Bud Light, Budweiser company. So round of applause for them. And here's PJ Peters, your 2018 Pro 4 Limited champion.
Hello, everybody. First off, I would like to thank Mike Sarluca, Bruce Beamer, and the New London Waterford Speedbowl. Without any of them, none of this would have been possible, and I wouldn't be standing here tonight. Second off, I would really like to give a round of applause to this man. Last year, we really didn't know what we were gonna do until Billy Gaston, the owner of Gaston Racing Enterprises, came up to us and helped us throughout the year. He developed us a new car, and throughout the year, we were undefeated. Thank you, Billy. Your dedication to the team means so much to us. Thank you. Now, I would like to thank all my sponsors. Billy Gaston at GRE6, you helped us out so much. Creative Racing Products, Phil's Landscaping, Quality Auto Body, and everyone else that helps every week. I would also like to thank my mom, my dad, Ashley, Mike, and my entire family. They've helped me out so much, and I would never be where I am in life without any of you. Thank you.
Okay, so this segment of the program, I'd like to thank Brendan Lindahl for this beautiful 10-minute video he put together. Take the 10 minutes, breathe. Brandon, thank you. 10 minutes, beautiful video put together. Take a minute to watch it. There's some good shots, some good video. He actually lost a lot of video and had to make up for it, but he did a heck of a job, and enjoy it.
winner to end and get back to that each and every Saturday night at the Speedbowl. If I can get our mini stock drivers, positions 4 to 10, to line up to our right. As our drivers begin to assemble. Finishing in 10th, 298 points, the Shermanator, Dale Sherman, and accepting for Dale, it is Mercedes Karen. Mercedes going with a non-shoe look. Finishing in 9th, 1 win of the season, 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s, the 59 of Jake Christian. Finishing in 8th, 345 points, 1 top 5, 12 top 10s, it's Tommy Hi-Ho Silva. Finishing in 7th, the number 92, 347 points, 1 top 5, 10 top 10s, J.T. Superna. Top 10s, 5 top 5s, 404 points. Finishing in 6th, Mad Money becomes crew chief. Here's Sean Karen. Coming home 5th, 421 points, 6 top 10s, 14 top 10s, 6 top 5s. It's the Brewmaster, number 3, Ian Brew. Top 10s, 12 top 5s, and a feature event win for the man who finishes 4th, 440 points, the 53, Andrew Krasminski. And now we'll present our specialty awards for the mini stocks. First, we'll start off with the Rookie of the Year. It goes to J.T. Superna. Our most improved driver, and he came from out of nowhere. It's the number 53, Andrew Krasminski. 31, Tommy Silva. And finally, our pick of the year, that goes to the number 2 of Doug in a Hurry Curry. And now our top 3. 15 top 10s, 12 top 5s, and a feature event win. 475 points for the racing grandpa, Nick Papakota.
Nicky boy, good job.
Finishing in second with 517 points, 2 feature event wins, 16 top 5s, 17 top 10s, the number 2, Doug in a Hurry Curry. And now it's time to meet our champion. 10 wins, 15 top 5s, 15 top 10s. Can Do did it for the second time. Please welcome Charles Can Do Canfield. As Charles gets his hand filled with goodies from Levine Distributing, the Budweiser jacket, Huser Racing tires, it's now time to hear from our champion, Charles Canfield.
I guess I missed the forum where I said no speeches. I wrote one. Cut some stuff out. Thanks to Mike Saluka and the speedbowl staff for stepping up to help to finish up the remainder of the season. I want to thank my wife for the hardest job of taking care of my beautiful girls, Kayla, Erica, Ariane, and Kylie. While I enjoy what I love to do. My crew chief, Erica, who is my daughter. I'm so proud of the young lady she has become. From high honors in school and the interest in becoming a race car driver, and hopefully one day follow the roles, the roles will be switched. And I'll be cheering for you one day. Al Stone, thanks for getting suspended. So saving country and giving me the best car out there. Just about every week. I couldn't do it without you. Cheryl, thanks for being there for me just about every week. And as you go through your journey, I'll be there for you. We're a team. My dad and Mark, thanks for making sure battery is charged, fuel is checked, and the wheels are on. Thanks for building the best motor out there. Even a DQ didn't slow us down. Bo and Brian Norman, you guys stopped on your own cars to help put mine back together. Thanks. Thanks to my sponsors, Zuno Brothers, John's Refuge, Jim's Lawn Care, GCR Specialties, Napa, Guilford, and Moroso. And a special rest in peace shout out to Charlie Andre, his first season without him, so rest in peace, buddy.
If I could now have our limited sportsman drivers positioned 4 through 10 to line up to my right, as they are the next division on tap. As you can see, we have a full line. Finishing in 10th with 235 points, Ronnie Oldham. Coming home 9th, the number 4, 261 points for Rick Shaw. Finishing in 8th, 313 points, the number 81 of Phil Evans. Finishing in 7th, a multi-time champion, he led the division in wins, the 52 of Stone Cold Al Stone III. And Phil Evans is here. And now Al Stone Cold Stone. Finishing in 6th, 2 feature event wins, 6 top 5s for the number 8, the Dr. John Porter. 486 points on 1 feature win, 11 top 5s, 16 top 10s. It's a 12. Bo knows it's Bo Norman. Finishing in 4th, 487 points, 1 feature win, 10 top 5s and 16 top 10s. It's the 19 of Adrian Paradis. And now we move to our specialty awards. First, the Rookie of the Year, the number 56 of Ian Poland. Ian throwing us a curveball coming from the other way. But Ian, don't run away. I believe Mike Saluka has a special award just for you. Could Ian's crew please stand up for us? Will you please stand up? Please stand up. And we'll bring Ian over here to the podium, and Mike will present this award to him.
So Ian has a really nice crew. Real good group of guys over there. And they wanted to make sure that we recognized him specially tonight for bringing out the caution unassisted so many times. It's the most spin-outs in a season award right here. Praise God.
You really have to thank the Speedbowl research crew for going through the history books to get that one. We'll move on to our most improved driver of the year, and that is the number 7 of Jason Shikolis. Sportsman of the Year goes to the number 19 of Adrian Paradis. And finally, our pit crew of the year, the number 37 of Airtime, Jordan Hadley. And now let's meet our top 3. Finishing in 3rd with 496 points, 2 wins, 11 top 5s, 16 top 10s, Airtime, Jordan Hadley. Finishing in 2nd with 500 points, 2 wins, 18 top 5s, 15 top 10s. It's the number 7, Jason Shikolis. And now it's time to meet our champion. He took a season off to prepare for a big run in 2018. And he made a run all the way to the top. The first of his 3 wins came on June 9th, and his consistency propelled him to the championship. The 2018 Limited Sportsman Champion, Sean Gaedeke. And his car owner, Don Spence Jr. Gary Byington gives him his Sunoco Race Fuel Awards. Lisa Volvo's song ready to go, his Hoosier Racing jacket and Bud Light jacket from Levine Distributors. And now it's time to hear from our champion. Please welcome to the microphone, Sean Gaedeke.
If you guys can't tell, we show up with our friends, not to make friends. Thank you guys. So rowdy bunch, that's for sure. Alright, first off, I want to thank the staff. Bruce Beamer, Mike Saluka for everything they do to get us to this point. I gotta thank Joe D and the whole tech staff for doing an awesome job this year. And every other staff member and volunteer that shows up from week to week to get the job done. If that includes drying the track or making sure tickets are sold, thank you. I would also like to thank the race directors. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Thank you. You guys did a great job this year. I would really like to thank or congratulate all the other champions. I'm sure everybody else is having the same issue I am. I just don't know where to spend that championship fund we got. All the other drivers did an awesome job this year and showed a lot of talent throughout our division. There's a lot of upcoming guys who only had a few years in the division who showed a lot of talent and were able to race side by side. Thank you for that. I would really like to thank Adrian Paradise, Rich Sean, and Jack Aguilina for offering me parts and even their cars to finish out the year. Thank you. I would like to thank my sponsors, Woodbury Brewing, for all their support and throwing us thousands of dollars to make sure we had what we needed to get the job done at the end of the year. And a huge thank you to Sean over at Critical Signs. He hooked us up with lettering at the end of the year when he heard we were having some trouble and just gave me a call and said, here you go, buddy. So thank you, Sean. I would like to thank TLB Motors for making sure we had great horsepower throughout the season and working late nights to make sure it was going to stay running. Thank you. I would really like to thank the owner, Don Spence. He's not only my owner, he's one of my best friends. We've created such a good relationship, and he took the operation over when the time was right. It feels great to have someone who truly believes in me, and he works so hard on the car every night to make sure we can show up with a winning car. So thank you, Don. I wouldn't be here without you. Also, my Uncle Bill and Aunt Kim. I would not even be here. They've coached me since I was a little kid and really got me going to make sure I didn't piss off too many people. And they let me use their car. They let me use their chassis at the end of the year to finish the year out to make sure we were fast enough to wrap this up. Thank you guys for that. And like I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Also, my grandmother, she gives me a lot of support and she was always checking in to make sure we had tire money, so thank you, Grandma. I gotta give it to the girls. As anybody who's dating or in a relationship or married, you all know the girl has a big influence on your racing season, and they make sure we have food when we're done working in the shop. They make sure they send us to the track with shop. Alyssa and Rini, thank you. I have to thank Chris Meyer. He was a big time driving coach, and he's got me to where I am. It would have taken me 10 years to get to where I am if it wasn't for all the good words and support from Chris to keep me level-headed going into the race and making sure I didn't just want to wreck somebody or put them on their roof for pissing me off. Thank you, Chris. My brother Kyle, he's always been proud of everything I have done. He helps out with the team by dealing with all the paperwork that goes along with getting me sponsors. We have fought a lot of battles with each other and even against each other. But having him by my side through this championship run in a phone call away meant a lot. Thank you, Kyle. I have to thank D-Fresh and Lady Fresh for checking in all year with me to make sure we got what we needed. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. My dad, he bought me my first chassis to build when I was 16 years old, and that's where this all started. He made sure I had a truck and trailer to get there. Thank you. Tom Abely helped us whenever he had a free minute on his car to come and make sure we had parts and gaskets and everything else. And I have to thank Joe Arena for helping put the backup car together. We had it at his house. Again, probably wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't for Joe Arena. Thank you. So this one's gonna get loud, but I gotta thank TJ Rascott and the whole crew for being there every week and knowing how to party after we win a race. this goes back a few years, but I really have to thank Ben Bargnese and Kathy Savardi. They gave me a shop to work in when I had nothing, and they brought me in like I was family and treated me like I was family, and I'll never forget them for that. The rest is history. Thank you, BB and Kathy. And last, I gotta thank Ray Reed. He took me under his wing when I was younger and helped me put a good Super X together. And he helped me build my first sportsman car. We built it right out of his shop. I'll never forget staying up till 3 in the morning to make sure we made it to that race. And I appreciate everything he's done for me and stood by my side. I knew even when he couldn't be there, he was looking online to see where I finished. Thank you. This last, for real, I want to remember the guys who ran me clean during this championship run. There was many of you who ran me clean, and I will also remember the ones who did not run me clean, and I will make sure I make even on that. So see you in 2019, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Once again, our limited sportsman champion, Sean Gaedeke. Positions 4 through 10 to show up on my right, and we'll begin with the late models and their awards. And just a reminder to everybody at the conclusion of the ceremonies, everyone is welcome to take photos over the photo booth. Teams, drivers, fans, whatever, step on over there at the end of the night and get your photos taken. Points, 3 top 10s, the 22 of Mark Jennison. Here comes Mark, having to fight his way through the field. Finishing in 9th with 128 points is the 78 of Walter Sutcliffe. In 8th, 235 points for Dylan Cabral. And I believe Dylan Smith will be stepping up to accept his award. Here comes Dylan. Finishing in 7th with a feature event win, the number 3 of Flying Ryan Morgan. Finishing in 6th, 311 points for the number 13 of Tony Macrino. Finishing in 5th, it's the judge with 325 points, the number 9 of Keith Scalia. And coming home fourth, 348 points, 7 top 5s, 11 top 10s, the 50 of Mike Benavides. And now we move to our specialty awards. Our Rookie of the Year, driver of the number 51, Brian Norman. improved driver goes to the number 13 of Tony Macrino. Our Sportsman of the Year goes to the number 9 of Keith Scalia. And our Pit Crew of the Year belongs to the number 17, Racing Jason Palmer. And now our top 3. 351 points, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s for the 51 of Brian Norman. Four wins, 11 top 5s, 12 top 10s, 440 points. The 17 of Jason Palmer. And now our champion, with wins in 7 of the final 8 races to propel him to his first ever Speedbowl Late Model Championship. He's no stranger to the championship table, as he has been a Legends champion. And on a Speedbowl Saturday night, he went win. Please welcome Anthony Flannery Jr. And also car owner Anthony Flannery Sr. Because Anthony is getting his just rewards for a great season. And now it's time to meet our champion. Please welcome to the podium, Anthony Flannery Jr.
Thank you, everybody. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to the New London Waterford Speedbowl, all of its staff, volunteers, and crew that make everything happen every weekend for us. I'd also like to thank Bruce Beamer, Mike Shaluka, and everybody for stepping up when it counted and finishing this season off for us, and also for the improvements. I firsthand got to see what the track looks like now, and I'm very excited to see what it's going to look like next year. I'd like to congratulate all the other champions on their accomplishments. I know a lot of you came from a lot of hardships and some battles. I know Charles Canfield came from behind, and a bunch of other guys that really worked hard to get it this year, so congratulations. I'd like to congratulate everybody in the late models. I know there was a couple of rookies. Congratulations to Brian Norman, 3rd place in points, and Rookie of the Year is well deserved. You guys showed up to the track every week, better and better, making my job harder and harder. Jason Palmer was the best at making my job as hard as it is. Congratulations to him and his team. Pit Crew of the Year is well deserved. Some of you may know me and Jason raced together for a little while now, basically my whole Speedbowl career. And I appreciate the sportsmanship and the drive that Jason brings to the track every weekend, and it makes me work harder and harder. I always love racing with Jason, racing hard, and at the end of the day, we can beat and bang and still be friends. That means the most to me. I hear didn't start out how we wanted to. We always seem to come up one spot short. Late in the season, we got our first win, and we had no intentions of looking back. I have to thank my crew, my sponsors, for believing in me, in our car, and doing what we did. To win 7 out of the last 8 races is really an accomplishment that my crew and my family deserve more than me. So to Harvick, who's always good, you know, he's on point, he's always there for a good laugh, from peeling stickers off the new tires and putting them on the scuffs right before I go out for the feature just to mess with people. My father, for always provoking Harvick to do those kinds of things. My soon-to-be father-in-law, Mark, who couldn't be here tonight, unfortunately, knew nothing about racing, but just wanted to be part of it, and he always makes it a better day. Corey, Dave, and Ricky, always there when I need them. You know, just the kind of guys that you could call on a Friday and say, hey, I need an extra hand Saturday, and they're always there. And our smallest crew member who's currently sleeping, Carter, who is not my son, as many of you may not know. He's like our adopted child, but he's a great kid and he loves racing. I have to thank all my sponsors: Belton Motors, Belton Recycling, Fowler's Auto Wrecking, Napa of East Hampton, Leonard's of Stafford Springs, Finishing Touch Home Improvements, Critical Signs. Sean and Diego Monahan do a great job of what they do, and Larry's Auto Machine for pushing us to the front every weekend. Lastly, our 2019 season, we will not be competing for a championship. I was lucky enough to find a beautiful woman who's willing to marry me, and I should probably act on that before she gets smart and changes her mind. So between that and building our home, we're going to take a couple weekends off to get what we have to get done. We will be at the track with the MRS in the late model a few times, but we're not going to compete for a championship every week.
Finishing ninth, 266 points, 4 top 5s for Ethan DeRocher. Finishing in 8th with a feature event win, 272 points for the 88 of Brett Gagne. 7th, 278 points for John O'Sullivan. In 6th, 306 points, Chris Gambos. Finishing in 5th, the 06 one feature event win, 5 top 5, it's Keith Caruso. And finishing in 4th, 317 points, 2 top 5s, 11 top 10s, it's Nick Angles. And now for our specialty awards. We start with the Rookie of the Year. He came right out of the gate winning his first race in the SK Light Modifieds. Please welcome number 57, John Pulio. Our most improved driver goes to the man who drives the 151, Burke Willett. Horseman of the Year is a former mini stock champion, the 32 of Wayne Burrows Jr. And our picture of the year goes to the number 88 of Brett Gagne. And now we'll meet our top 3. 8 top 5s, 13 top 10s, goes to the man who finished 3rd, the 151 of Burt Willett. Finishing in 2nd, 416 points, 4 points off the pace, 3 wins, 11 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Please welcome back to the stage the 32 of Wayne Burrows. And now it's time to meet our champion. This driver came into the season looking just to finish races and keep the car clean. But as I said, when you win your first race in a new division on opening weekend, it changes things a bit. Stepping to the podium, the 2018 SK Light Modified Champion, John Pulio. And Carl Ed Pulio. Dad, you're being called on stage. He said he wanted to watch, but there's no watching. He's got to be up here. So as Lisa presents him with his championship jacket, and because John is not of age, he gets a Coke pack, not a Bud Light jacket. And now it's time to hear from our champion. Please welcome to the microphone, John Pulio.
Good evening. Before I'd like to get started, I'd like to congratulate Kyle, Anthony, Charles, Peters, and Dwayne on your outstanding seasons and championships. Well done, guys. At the age of 5, I knew I found my true passion. Coming from a racing family, racing's all I have known. My biggest idol was always my dad. My dad always wanted the best for me and everyone around him. He always gave me 100%, and he always gave everyone 100%. My dad brought me to many places where I met many great people who helped me shape who I am today. My dad's my mentor, my teacher, and my best friend. I'm beyond grateful to have someone like him. Watching my dad race from a young year definitely ignited the fire. I remember the day I got my first bando. I was just an 8-year-old kid who wanted a chance. After many nights in the shop and at the track, my determination to win grew stronger. Racing on Wednesdays and watching my dad race on Saturdays, it really taught me a lot. I grew up to have a dream to drive an open wheel modified. Once my dad saw that I had this big dream to drive a modified, he went out and bought me an open wheel wild thing kart to race at Stafford. As a young boy glued to the fence, I observed many great moves from some of my favorite drivers like Keith Rocco, Rob Janovic, Ted Christopher, Tyler Chadwick, and many more. My first 3 years of driving were pretty challenging. I had some amazing people who stood behind me and never lost faith in me. In 2016, I was blessed to drive a legend car under the ownership of Dave Prinz at the Waterford Speedbowl. After my great rookie season, finishing 12th in the nation, we were able to travel to some awesome new tracks where I learned a lot. I also raced at Waterford in 2017, where I got my first win on July 29th in 2017 in front of the big crowd like I always dreamed of. My dad ended up buying me a modified that he drove from 2012 to 2014, and that's when my dream became a reality. Without my amazing crew, I would have never gotten this far. From the guys that helped me at the shop, to the guys who support me on race day, that's what got me to this point. It was quite an honor to work with all of you, and I look forward to many great more memories. I can't thank you guys enough for always pulling through and guiding me, and encouraging me, and giving me the tools I needed to succeed. You guys are really the best. I want to thank my godfather, Steve Godfrey, and Brittany for always being there for me when I needed you guys the most. I'd also like to thank Glenn Francis, Matt Crowley, Andrew Moeller, and all my other friends for the consistent support. In 2016, I got to work with amazing crew, the Vojan crew, Rob Janovic, John Volpe, Gata, Greg, Larry, and Jen. These last few years I got to work with you guys. It taught me so much, and I can't thank you guys enough. Along with many others, I got to work with Tyler Goodrich and Vinny Beetle this year, who came back on board. And your friendship really means a lot. Thank you guys. This year we had an addition to our team, my spotter, Steve Vaughn. Without him, there's no way I would have had the season I had. All the wins and great finishes. Thank you for everything. My uncle, he's a very important part to our team. He's always been by my side since I started. And thank you so much for all you do. My mom, it's no secret you're not a race fan. I can't thank you enough for all the sacrifices you allow me and Dad to do on every Saturday and Friday night at Waterford and Stafford. My Nana, what can I say? You're the best. Thank you for supporting me and making the best out of my bad days. And my family, my brother, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, thank you so much for supporting me and sitting there through all the racing stories at the table, even though you have no idea what I'm saying. My sponsors, Mr. Rooter Plumbing, RaceChoice.com, Tick Mike, Fox and Park, Big A Auto, Honest John's Used Cars, Santora Development, Keith Rocco, Gray Bar, Critical Science, Hocon, Hamilton Market, Waddell Communications. Thank you so much for taking a chance with me and believing in me and my team. I'm so happy to have a great group of partners to join me along this journey. Although the season had a lot of ups, there was also a huge down. As many of you know, I lost my biggest supporter during this off-season, my Nunu. After all, he was the one who started all this racing in my family. He was always there for me, and he taught me a lot. He molded my father and I never did wrong in his eyes. Anyone that knew him, that knew he was a proud man. Before he passed, he told me, make sure you include what it means to be a Puleo in your speech. He taught me to do things the right way, be humble, pay attention, stay positive, work hard, never give up, and fight for everything I have for every last inch. I feel that's exactly what we did this year, and I will forever be grateful for him, and I'll never forget the lessons he taught me and my father. Thank you everyone for coming out and enjoying this great night. I really look forward to seeing you guys all in 2019, and be safe and God bless you all.
The 2018 SK Light Modified Champion, John Puleo. And now if I could have our SK Modified drivers, positions 4 through 10, line up to my right. Finishing in 10th, the number 70, 195 points, Rob Goulet. In 9th, 1 top 5, 8 top 10s, Joey Walnuts, the number 10 of Joey Turnlow. is 231 points to 47 of Tim Jordan. Coming home seventh, the 79, 245 points for Jeff Nooney. $281 points and a top five for the man who finished sixth, the 66 of Wendell Daly. Finishing in fifth with 387 points, the 25 of Matt Galco. 9 top fives, 15 top tens, 444 points for the driver who finished fourth. It's the high roller, Andrew Mueller. And now for our Rookie of the Year. Andrew, I wouldn't step too far away. Our Rookie of the Year, the number 35 of Andrew Mueller. Our most improved driver, the number 66 of Wendell Daly. Our Sportsman of the Year, Vojan Motorsports and Big A Auto Parts brings us the Jan Man, Rob Janovic Jr. And also a man who is never afraid of a microphone. And our pit crew of the year belongs to the number 81 of Todd Owen. And now our top three. 2 wins, 14 top fives, 15 top tens for the Jan Man, Rob Janovic Jr. Finishing in second, 5 feature event wins, 12 top fives, 16 top tens, 498 points, Todd Owen. And now it's time to meet our champion. 2017 ended with this driver menacing the championship in one of the most closest battles in speedbowl history. And from that point, he was on a mission. Tonight, he gets his reward for a mission accomplished. Please welcome the number 21 of Kyle G. Kyle gets his championship trophies. He'll get his Sunoco Race Fuels Awards from Gary Byington. Lisa Vogelsong will now present him with his Levine Distributors Budweiser jacket and his Hoosier Racing Tire jacket. And now let's hear from our 2018 SK Modified Champion, Kyle James.
So I want to thank Bruce, Mike, the entire Speedbowl staff for giving us a place to race, and the end of the season there when we all thought it was over, they came in and saved it again, so thank you guys. I'd like to congratulate the other champions here tonight on their great seasons, as well as all the other competitors and their hard-fought battles throughout the grueling year. I have a question. Does this make us back-to-back champions? 12 minutes. I believe that's what Keith said last year. It was tough to tell over, all his mumblings and But 12 minutes or not, I gotta thank him for making me realize that I finally wanted something that I had never wanted before. I've always raced with one mindset, to win, and racing for anything besides a win, in my mind, wasn't racing. As a team, we took our lumps, and we went into the off-season with our heads held high. We went back to the shop. We came into 2018 with a new goal in mind. We wanted to be champions for 13 minutes. Or longer, given nobody threw a tantrum. In the end, when the smoke and Hoosier rubber settled, we ripped off 8 wins and numerous top 3s. We got a lot of podium time this season for our sponsors, and I can't thank them enough, because without them and my crew, I wouldn't be up here tonight. Gem 177, US 99.5, and all the stations at Full Power Radio. Rhode Island Harvesting, Serval's Auto, Spicer's Marina, Switz Realty, Housemaster CT, Judy Holler Remax, JG Auto, Dan's Pizza Place, Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair, Waddell Communications, and last but definitely not least, Pettit Race Engines. And my crew, Billy. Man, we've been through a lot. You've been there since my first season in a modified, and I can't thank you enough for sticking by my side and always believing me and showcase the effort you guys put in behind me. I know when I roll out there that those tires are going to be on point. The stagger, not changing. And our setup is definitely going to last, whether it's 40 or 80 laps, even when we're lapping that magically spinning 4th place car. Jeff, you've also been there since the beginning, but you were the reason for my success in a mini stock that led me to want to continue to get better and grow as a driver. Now in a modified, I know I have the 2 best guys out there to bounce my thoughts off of and get exactly what I need in return. Skip, what can I say, babe? I knew you had it in you. That's something you said back to me in 2010 when we won our first heat race. Then again, later that same season, we won our first feature event. And to this day, I continue to hear it whenever I do something that impresses you. I say it because you're one of the most dedicated guys I've ever met. And I really want to thank you for all the bee stings. When you're checking the plugs, or changing the plugs, anything else we need on race day, in the pits, or during the weekly grind. Bob Lord, thank you for all your hard work, dedication, all the long nights, working to make our car better each week. I'm glad we were finally able to convince you to come back to the track this season, because you were a huge asset. Although you've been away from the track for a while, you've been at the shop for years now, and you've been a huge part of our success. Thank you. Joe, couldn't possibly ask for a more unselfish guy to have behind me. Over the past 8 years, we've become best friends because people like you don't come around very often. There's also the reason of being the most badass, get shit done guy when I need it. I can undoubtedly say that on numerous occasions, with the season opener especially, you and Brian Norman single-handedly won us that race. What you guys did under that short yellow, it still amazes me. I think back to pulling in, watching you guys go after it, that it just wasn't gonna happen. I just hope someday that I can return the favor. Bob, when I strap the helmet on and we go green, then we just flat out click. It just works. Almost to the point that you're in my head and somehow making moves as you're calling them. You've been an irreplaceable asset and an essential part of their success since I decided to return to full-time racing these past 2 seasons. You have an unbelievable way of keeping me calm, even when I'm under pressure, and I can't thank you enough. Dad, I look back at that old go-kart you built me when I was about 4 and realize that's where it all started, sliding that thing around the dirt parking lot of the business. And thanks for finally adding brakes once I gained some confidence and picked up the pace. I never realized how lucky I was because it was all normal to me. Even though we never had the budget compared to some of the other teams we raced up the ladder, the one thing we did have was a guy that would give and do anything for his son's success and happiness. I can't thank you enough for the laughs, definitely the arguments, and all the memories we've made along the way. Doing all of this with you is something I'll cherish forever and hope to be able to pass on the things you've taught me to my children. And Mom, thanks for putting up with both of us and letting Dad spend all the extra money on my dream. By the way, happy birthday. Lastly, my wonderful girlfriend, Kristen. Thank you for putting up with all the garage nights, weekend nights spent at the track, and the countless hours spent thinking and living race cars. I bet you thought this was all over when you grew up and your dad stopped racing. But the joke's on you. Seriously though, without you by my side, I'd be lost. The things you do behind the scenes for our family is something that I'll never be able to repay you for, but I'm never gonna stop trying. All I can really do is show you how thankful I am and that I love you. Hope to see everyone in May, and let's keep the fighting to a minimum tonight.
Our 2018 champion of the SK Modifieds, Kyle James. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's awards presentation.